This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. I'm Hal Mayer. The British Home Secretary Theresa May has vowed to systematically confront and challenge extremist ideology. She said the government is creating new counter-terrorism curbs on those who spread hate. But she also said that nonviolent extremism would not go uncontested, because in the past it led to the erosion of women's rights, the spread of intolerance and bigotry, and the separation of some communities from the mainstream. She said the new laws would govern neo-Nazi ideology as well as Islamist doctrine. We will systematically confront and challenge extremist ideology, exposing it for the lie it is. And we will thwart its destructive consequences, she continued. We will disrupt all those who seek to spread hate, and we will prosecute all those who break the law. Those who are deemed to be radical preachers will be banned from posting material online, and anyone convicted of extremist activity will be barred from working with children. And for those deemed to be a threat, there will be required de-radicalization classes. While Muslim leaders warn that the strategy risks alienating Muslims, the new laws and regulations will eventually target those who are labeled radical because they teach the Bible principles concerning other religions. Islamic radicalism is used as a reason to legitimize new laws that will eventually target those who preach the Bible's teaching concerning false worship of any kind. While the new measures include upgrading schools and public institutions to make sure they are adequately protected, an investigation into the use of Sharia law in the UK, and tougher powers for the broadcasting regulator to take down television and radio channels that include extremist content, and to insist that internet service providers do more to remove extremist material and identify those responsible for it, the measures also include closure orders for premises used to support extremism, extremism disruption orders to stop individuals from engaging in extremist behavior. Imagine the British government closing down Christian churches and schools and blocking Christian content on the internet, radio, and television in the name of preventing extremism. While it doesn't seem likely at the moment, but those who preach the Bible principles on same-sex relationships, give the fullness of the three angels' messages, including the call to come out of Babylon, would likely be considered to be extremists someday. Needless to say, the Muslim Council of Britain was highly critical of the plans, saying the government was using a misguided conveyor belt theory analysis that conflates terrorism with subjective notions of extremism and Islamic practices. The strategy will reinforce perceptions that all aspects of Muslim life must undergo a compliance test to prove our loyalty to this country, said Dr. Suja Shafi, the Secretary of the Council. He added that the measures would be seen as a means to address anxieties of a minority of people against Muslims and their religious life, rather than the scourge of terrorism itself. The Labour Party criticized Mr. Cameron, the Prime Minister, for implying earlier this month that the whole Muslim community quietly condones extremism. Freedom of speech is now under assault in the name of fighting terrorism and extremism, at least in Britain. Non-violent extremism could eventually expand to cross over to take in those that believe and teach the Bible, particularly as it relates to Revelation 14, 6-12 and Revelation 18, 1-4. Giving the last warning message from the Bible could easily land one in difficulty with the British authorities. This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. Thank you for watching.